Hey every peoples! It's been like over a year since I've said that, but my friend is making this really fun game called Toons TCG. It's a collectible card battling game with all the characters being based on like the old Renaissance and classic cartoon characters, you know, back when everything was all in black and white. Anywho, he thought it'd be a really cool idea if I tried to come up with a voice for all 35 characters just based on their picture and their description. I love all the character designs, so I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. I need more content for this channel anyways, because I haven't posted anything in a long time. So that's what we're about to do. Ooh, comment below which of the voices you think fits the character the best. So here we go. Okay, so the first character is Big John. So the very first thing I think of when I see him is an old school like, yeah, see? That old school gangster vibe. I don't have a stogie, so I'm just gonna use a toothbrush. Remember kids, always brush your teeth. Otherwise the dentist will go in your mouth with tiny little drills and torture you. I'm just kidding, dentists are our friends and they give us treats and stuff sometimes at the end. Dentists are good.
Okay, so, Big John is all about making money, see? And, can sometimes be seen as a loan shark.
Ah, money. Ah, I knew he was into money. Okay, next we have Boney Baron. Okay, this guy actually looks like a gangster. I should have saved the gangster voice for this guy. No, you know what? I like Big John having that voice more.
So, Boney Baron doesn't have any lips, so I'm gonna try to make it sound as, lipless as possible, which is really hard to do. My lips want to come together.
Here's what I think Boney Baron sounds like.
The Boney Baron is a gangster that works for the Hogfather and is close ties to the Jazzman. He's quick to use his gun to intimidate others.
That's so hard to do. How can you not?
He's quick to use his guns to intimidate others.
How do skeletons ever talk in movies? Bunny Lee, I like it.
So naturally, you kind of want to go in the direction of, Bugs Bunny. It's got a little bit more of a darkness to him. Bunny Lee is an action movie star who is great at martial arts. He is the founder of Hair Fu and Karate.
The next one is Coyote Pete.
Well, this guy's like an explorer, so I think he'd probably have like an optimistic voice like this, you know? Coyote Pete is a brave explorer and tends to love being amongst the wildlife. He is the series' second protagonist, but was later replaced by Vega O'Dar.
Wow. Vega O'Dar taking Coyote Pete's thunder like that, really? You know what, we'll address Vega O'Dar when we get to him. Or her. Later on. Next we have Dapperoo. Okay, so Dapperoo, obviously he's wearing a top hat, you know, so he's gonna have a very fancy accent, obviously. He is a well-mannered kangaroo that enjoys fine dining. He does get a little crazy if he has one too many drinks. With that new context, let me redo the line and say that he's had a couple of drinks. He's a well-mannered kangaroo that enjoys fine dining. He does get a little crazy if he has one too many drinks, though.
Oh my god, I swear it wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me.
Dr. Skoldink. This guy looks creepy. Okay, so, Dr. Timothy Skoldink is a mad scientist who creates monsters from ink. He intends to create his very own ink army. Next up, we have Hans Wolfa. Hans Wolfa. I'm assuming he's German. I suck at German accents, but I'm gonna try. So, maybe something like this. Hans Ludwig Wolfa is a German soldier who is rather lucky and he's very good at interrogation. I'm sorry. I just want to move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have Jack de Lune.
I'm getting kind of like an annoying, kind of pestery antagonist that's really easy to defeat but kind of just shows up all the time. Jack de Lune is the first antagonist and yearns to be the star of Battle Toons. He is a violent toon and can even be declared deranged. He was later replaced by a more subdued version named Jackie Lune.
And the next one is Jackie Lune.
Okay, so he's a little smaller, so we're gonna kind of go with a similar voice, since he's more subdued and make it more smooth sounding. Jackie Lune is a mischievous toon that replaced Jack de Lune as the series antagonist and is Vega O'Dar's enemy.
Vega O'Dar. That was from before. I want to see what Vega O'Dar looks like, but I'm trying to not cheat and just skip ahead. This is all just based off first impressions. Pun not intended. Oh, technically these aren't impressions though, because the characters don't have voices yet and I'm supposed to be trying to make up voices. They're what I think impressions would sound like. Jim Grinner. He seems like a really friendly raccoon. His smile like almost looks like Joker's, like where it's just kind of stuck there forever. I'm gonna do this while smiling myself too to stay in character.
Jim Grinner, a toon that loves to smile and can't seem to express any other facial expression. He loves to steal and blame it on other toons.
Jimmy Whiskers. He's like halfway through the video, but I'm gonna change things up. I'm gonna let myself read the description now because then maybe they'll give me a little more insight to what they actually would sound like. Jimmy Whiskers is a cat straight from the alleys of New York. He tends to whisper everything important to other Toons, and some rumors say he has ties to the Hogs. King Rumba Beet. He knows how to dance and might even put you in a trance. Since he can put people in trances, I'm guessing he probably has like a really smooth sounding voice. He knows how to dance and might put you in a trance. Some Toons believe he has magical abilities. He's a very bombastic fellow. Okay, the next one is Leeky the Ink Thief, also known as Leeky the Squirrel.
I thought since he's a squirrel, I'm gonna give him like a high-pitched voice kind of like this. Leeky the Squirrel, also known as the Ink Thief, spends his time stealing ink and sometimes consumes it. He is a very tricky Toon and will do anything to get his hands on some ink.
He's got an addiction. Maroon Raccoon. Okay, he's a very devious Toon and is Jackie Lune's lackey. Okay, so I just think of kind of like the slow sidekick to the villain. So I'm gonna give him kind of a slow voice, but he is a raccoon, so I'm gonna raise it a little bit higher maybe, and go with something like this, yeah. He still loves to steal though too, so maybe a little more devious, you know, but he's still kind of slow. He is a very devious Toon and is Jackie Lune's lackey. He also takes a great feeling in theft. Marvin Mouse. Okay, so when I think of wizards, I think of kind of like older guys.
Marvin Mouse, a great and powerful mouse that uses his magical abilities to bring back fallen Toons. He is also responsible for turning various Toons into objects. Marvin is the series' second antagonist. Ooh.
Okay, Mary Von Moosik. Okay, since we have the first official girl character, I'm going to go get my sister for this next one. Okay, welcome my sister, aka Evil Dora, for anybody who's come from TikTok. We could just do the next two together.
This sounds scary. I don't know what to expect.
Obviously, based off the pictures, you probably can tell which one I want you to do, especially since you've got like a morbid fear of dummies.
I do.
So yeah, I want you to do the dummy, and I am going to do Mary Von Moosik.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so Mary Von Moosik, I'm going kind of for that classic little cartoon girl voice. She's an awful singer, but tends to believe she is grand. Ha 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 ha! She often gets items thrown at her while she attempts to perform, and then gets a quick temper.
That was right on. I was even thinking the nasally voice right when you saw the
Yes.
photo. Do I get multiple takes at this?
Nope, just one take, the very first take.
Just a disclaimer, I'm not a voice actress at all, so this is gonna be mostly probably just my voice.
I'm not a voice actress at all either, and you don't see me complaining.
That's a good point. The only thing I saw when I saw him is I was just reminded of Jared Leto's Joker laugh, the ha ha.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Because
the jaw's like all.
Yeah, because I was thinking like ventriloquists, like, you know, the way that their mouths move is very choppy. That's all I could think of. So we're just gonna go with that.
I say keep all your expressions really wooden, you know, like try to keep your face as stiff as possible.
It's sounding a little bit like the Grinch, which I think is a good way to go.
Try to make it sound as stiff as possible, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Action!
I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, here's the scripts.
I am an evil puppet with magic powers that turns other Toons into puppets. He is very alluring and good at deceiving. Sometimes he comes off as friendly. I don't know why he had a lisp, but that's him.
Wait, think you nailed it. That's exactly what he sounds like. Did you want to do any other ones?
I'll try one.
Do you want Phoenix the cat, or do you want O'Malley the duck?
Oh, I need Phoenix the cat.
He's a very snarky duck, and the only character that knows he is a cartoon character.
Don't criticize my accent! You want Mickey accessories for this one?
Oh, sure.
He's a quaint, friendly cat that always seems to get picked on. Regardless, he always tries to keep a positive outlook on things. He's the series' first protagonist.
Kind of sounds like a girl,
Yeah.
which makes sense because maybe that's why he gets picked on.
Perfect, wow.
Nice.
Excellent, okay, wait, round of applause for my sister for contributing to the video.
Nice.
Bravo, bravo.
Thank you for including me.
Okay, now get out of my room. And now it's just back to me. I'm sorry to disappoint. Potbelly Carl, okay.
Okay, so, Potbelly Carl, a corrupt police officer that works for the Hogfather.
Followed by Potty Mouth. Gotta come up with something that sounds like gross and like dirty.
No one knows his origin, only that he was turned into a toilet by Marvin Mouse. He has a smoking problem and doesn't have the nicest of things to say.
Oh no, I should have kept my sister. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be pretty kitty, okay? You know, this is 2022. I can be a pretty kitty if I want. Just Think very feminine and delicate.
Pretty Kitty is a sly character that seems to have entrancing abilities. She's very persuasive and can be mean when needed.
That one's gonna get the vote for the most accurate voice. I can already tell. Radical Rodent. You know, he's got that whole surfer vibe going on. Roger Radical loves extreme sports and always seems to keep himself busy with sports. Okay, Rhymzey Rabbit.
So I'm gonna go with like a Bugs Bunny voice and make it a little higher pitch and also like fast talking, you know, because if he's like a rhymer, he might be a rapper and he might be good at talking fast.
Smokey Joe. Okay, this is officially my favorite character design so far. Okay, so this one doesn't have a character description yet, but he kind of looks like a ghost that's really bad at his job. You know, he's probably like an antagonist. He wants to scare people, but he's just not good at it, you know? Like his sheet's only covering half of him. So I'm gonna go with something kind of like half ghostly, half pathetic sounding. This is kind of what I think Smokey Joe would sound like. Sometimes he'll just be walking down the hall and he'll look to his left and there's a mirror and he sees himself and he's just, ah! Next up we have the Big Bad Hoof.
Some say he's the survivor of the Big Bad Wolf, and others say he is Tyson the Hogfather.
Okay, the Greaser Bunny. A bad tune with an attitude. He is the cousin of Bunny Lee.
So this one I'm just gonna try to make him sound as cool as possible. He seems like, you know, a guy that's got everything figured out.
Okay, the next one is the Incredible Hawk. This one also doesn't have a description, but I always like when there's like buff characters and they have like really high squeaky voices, and since this is a bird, I can see him having kind of like that high-pitched squeaky voice, and he just turns around all like all cool and stuff, all buff. Really slowly, and then they're like, oh my god, what's he gonna say? What's the secret to looking like this? And then he's just like,
You know, eating lots of protein, eat lots and lots of eggs.
next up we got the Jazz Man. I'm gonna go with
a devious tune that runs a casino known as the House of Jive. He loves gambling and can also turn into many different things.
Turbo the Turtle.
So I think he's a laid-back turtle. He seems to always win races. No one ever witnesses it though.
Next up we have Two Gun Tommy. He's definitely got the whole gangster vibe going on, but you know what? I'm gonna give him like a Western voice because the way he's holding the guns kind of makes me think of like a Western movie. I was getting out a Western hat so I could do this voice, and I completely forgot that I have one of the gangster looking hats that I could have been wearing this entire time.
You best be careful, Pilgrim, because these parts around here belong to me.
Unlucky Larry. This guy just looks like my spirit animal. I feel a connection to him, you know?
Unlucky Larry, a toon that is always down on his luck. He's quite fragile and has a lot of anxiety.
And we finally have gotten to Vega O'Dar.
So for this one, I'm gonna go really upbeat, a very happy and sporadic tune. He's also the series' current protagonist and always seems to save the day.
Wally Washem doesn't have a description, so I'm thinking he's like an annoying character, you know, because washing machines are loud and kind of obnoxious sounding.
Wally Washem! Wally Washem! That's what he sounds like. Wally Washem! Free me your socks!
And Willy Wacky, a mysterious toon that owns a magical candy factory.
Some say the candy hosts the souls of dead toons. You know, he's a very devious guy. He's got that mustache, the kind that villains like to twirl. After all, he is Willy Wacky, a mysterious toon that owns a magical candy factory, where some say the candy hosts the souls of dead toons.
Thanks for watching. You should 100% go check out his game on Kickstarter because it honestly looked really, really fun. I wouldn't be making this unless I genuinely thought it looked like
It looked like a really fun game.
Even just the music, I just love the music. It makes me feel so happy. But yeah, if you love card games, if you love cartoons, especially like the old school cartoons, you should definitely go check it out because it looks really, really, really fun and I'm definitely gonna get it. New impression video coming in the next week or two. I'll be doing a new beanie giveaway. So, be sure to hit the little notification bell because YouTube doesn't notify anybody anymore unless you hit the notification bell. So, yeah. Okay, bye.